Let's start with the mains topic. There are two major mains editorial that we have in newspaper today, both Hindu and Indian Express combined. Let's see. Digital tradecraft in terrorism. Okay, how digital media, how digital media is being used to spread terrorism. Now there is a thing called cyber terrorism. Okay, where you hack networks, like recently Home Ministry network was hacked. Okay, and recently a nuclear facility was attacked by a malware. Now this aspect of the news which talks about the tradecraft of terrorism using the internet. Okay, so this is cyber terrorism. Now what we are talking about is physical terrorism. Okay, terrorism using internet. Okay, now what they are doing, they are using this as a communication channel. They are using this to train, okay, to give information, to plan out things. Okay, and this is generally happening through darknet and dark web encrypted messages. Okay, so this is very a new kind of terrorism that is developing. Recently the Delhi blast investigation highlight how terrorism are increasingly using advanced digital tradecraft. Okay, so digital tool like Telegram and other things apart from the normal phone calls and all they are doing. Now this is mains PYQ that is being asked using about terrorism and the technologies that they use. Okay, now what is in the news? In news they are talking about investigation into fatal calamity reveals terrorists using advanced digital tradecrafts. Okay, tradecraft, not tradecraft, techcraft. Okay, now they are using advanced. So what they are using maybe VPN. Okay, maybe darknet, maybe dark wave, encrypted apps, dark wave communication, commercial grade to maintain secrecy. Okay, why it mattered? Because terrorists are shifting. The module that we already have with our forces are to counter the existing nature of terrorism, where they come physically with their tools and guns and ammunitions. We are more capable of curbing those things, but this is something new challenges for security agents. Okay, need for advanced cyber forensic, expand monitoring capabilities, international cooperation, policies for policy suggestion. The news says that we need to build a digital forensic force. Okay, so digital forensic force we need to build. So this will be both IT people and non-IT people. Regulate precursor chemicals. Recently the chemicals were also confiscated in Gujarat, and improve interagency coordination. That is very important. We have already seen that we have Tri Command in Andaman Nicobar. Okay, now why the issue matters? The issue matters because recently we had a blast. So this blast was not only the planned blast, there were other blasts that was planned. So we'll have to be prepared more, prepared better, and think ahead what other people or what the terrorists or the anti-social elements are thinking. Terror modules no longer depend only on the physical logistics, they increasingly depend on the encrypted tools, the cross-border virtual coordination, dark wave, dark communication and everything. Okay, the battlefield of counter-terrorism. So this is a new battlefield of counter-terrorism that India will have to cater to. Now the digital tradecraft refers to the covert operation technique. This is a new kind of technique. Okay, using digital tools, hide plannings, logistics, recruitment, money flow and communication. There is a new term in the news called white collar terrorism. Okay, if you know what is white collar terrorism, please comment down below, we will see. What are the component of this? The component of this includes terror group using end-to-end encrypted messages, VPN, Tor, whatever we have already discussed, those things only. Okay. So micro targeting of youth through algorithm, use of private groups for indoctrination, and gamification of propaganda. This is very important. This is a new module that is developing, and recently with respect to this, our NSA Ajit Doval said that the terrorist group has started recruiting people from other religion now. So these are the tools that they are using. Democratization of technology, okay, democratization and decentralization of technology. Now there is a very high penetration of mobile phones, and the mobile phones are very cheap and accessible. Okay, you can actually use and throw mobile phones. The terrorist organizations are using and throwing mobile phones, use and throw, disposable mobile phones. Okay. India specific challenges: high smartphone penetration, lack of cyber forensic manpower, slow cross border data sharing. Data sharing is a very big issue, okay, either with our neighborhood or from the west. Legal limitations, increasing radicalization, encrypted messages used in Kashmir, and left wing extremist belts. Okay. Now, what are the critical infrastructure that India have already been attacked to? If you can see, there was a malware attack causing 10-hour power blackout in Mumbai, in cities like Mumbai. Okay, this happened in 2020. In 2021, telecom giant Airtel was hacked. And then in aviation, Air India data servers were hacked, affecting 4.5 million customers. Okay. With respect to Oil India Limited suffers ransomware act. Then we have ransomware act on SpiceJet flight. Then we have attack on banking sector, reported 248 successful data breaches. 248 successful data breaches in between 2018 to 2022. Then there is a Goa flood management system was hit by ransomware. So this is becoming very chaotic. If you see, one event here, two event here, four major event in 2022, and this is increasing day by day. Okay. Now, what is government doing to cater to this program? Now, we have NIA, we have Interpol, we have NatGrid, we have multi-agency center, we have information fusion center, we have UAPA. Read about the provisions of UAPA. Okay. Okay, we have NatGrid, and then we have CCTS, we have proposal for digital intelligence unit and all those things. Apart from this, everyone from person to person will have to be very aware of all these. Okay. If we see anything in our vicinity, we should always report very firmly. For international cooperation, we have Interpol, we have FATF, anti-money laundering agency, we have bilateral agreements, we have UN resolution on cyber security. Coming to last news of the day. Okay, recently top Maoist leader called Madhvi Hidma was actually killed in Andhra Pradesh. Okay. Now, if you see the concept of Maoism, it has been reducing and shrinking. Now, the killing of Madhvi Hidma is being called the last nail in the coffin of Naxalism. Okay, there are three major articles in Indian Express and Hindu combined. So, they all talk about mainly about the Madhvi Hidma and its impact that is going to create is going to have in the Naxalbari movement or the left wing extremism in India. Now, this has been a recurring topic in UPSC mains, particularly mains, and UPSC has been asking this question. Earlier also in 2008, our Prime Minister Manmohan Singh has said that this is the most pressing challenges, internal security challenges that India ever faces. Okay, they have killed more than 8,000 security forces and more than 16,000 civilians. Okay. So what does the news talk about? So news mainly talk about the killing of Madhvi Hidma, the commander of battalion who is responsible and is said to have carried out more than 30 deadly attacks. Okay, and surrender of several other senior leaders across the country. Report mentioning Maoist ideology has completely failed. Okay, although this is yet a claim and not a government stance, but experts do believe this. Okay, now as of now only 7 districts. So there are districts that are affected and there are districts that are severely affected. At the peak of Naxal movement, the affected severe district were more than 100. But today there are only 7 districts that are severely affected, and the affected district count to be 45 is at 45. At the peak, the count of affected district was more than 250. Okay, so it has reduced drastically. Therefore, they are saying it has completely failed. But this is not the government stance. Now, how did left wing extremism came in India? So it started with 1967 Naxalbari movement in West Bengal, which was an outcome of failure of land reform movement. Okay, due to failure of land reform movement, the exploitation continued, and the landlessness propelled people to revolt against the zamindars. Okay, and the ideology and the arms and ammunition were supplied by the Marxist, Leninist and Maoist ideologist people, mainly from China. Okay. Now, later this movement came out of West Bengal and spread it across country. There was a point in time where when it is said that it at the peak of Maoism, the left wing extremism ran from Pashupati to Tirupati, Pashupati Nath in Nepal to Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh. So this was the extent of Maoism. Okay, Maoism, Naxalism, left wing extremism are some words that are used interchangeably. Okay. Now, at the peak, there are around red corridor. Okay, 223 districts were affected. There are certain some major attacks, Dantewada attack, and then there is Sukma attack. Okay, in Sukma attack, I think one of the SP IPS officer was killed. So that became a news. There was a attack where more than 40 CRPF were killed by the Naxals somewhere in Chhattisgarh. Okay. So what is the causes? Causes was mainly the alienation of tribals, autonomy concerned the faulty implementation of land reforms, easy recruitment, tribal youth indoctrination, lack of opportunity, difficult terrain, lack of development, forest exploitation, primitive administration, land alienation. Okay. And apart from this, the Naxal, apart from the ideological indoctrination, they were given. So ideology gave them a purpose. Okay, and the leaders got them money and food. Apart from gun, ammunition. Okay, apart from the gun, ammunition, they also got some support from the leaders. Now, if you see, it actually extends from Pasupati to Tirupati. Okay, this whole belt was red corridor. Now, what are the security forces doing? So there is a Greyhound force that is very famous to deal with the Naxal forces. There is Samadhan doctrine. There is modernization of CRPF after the attack of that I spoke about a development cum security approach, there is UAPA, there is an Amendment Act, and there are fast track court. There are efforts to rehabilitate them to the mainstream. Okay. So then there are Eklavya school, there are aspirational district programs, there are special central assistance, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, special Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana for left wing extremist areas. Now, the decline of Maoism. The decline of Maoism is mainly referred to the ideological decline of the communist movement. Okay, the communist movement. Then there is police modernization, surrender and community fatigue, community and governance penetration, last mile connectivity. You can link this to last mile connectivity. Okay, last man standing. Then there is territorial shrinking of the ideology and Marxist Naxal people. Okay. Then there is leadership collapse. Some surrendered, some were killed, and some died due to age. So that's all. So we have covered 2 mains topic and 6 prelims topic. So that's for today. Thank you.